Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Conor McGregor has recently given a subtle hint to who he will face off against when he returns to the octagon. He liked a picture posted on an Instagram account named MMA Pack, which included a picture of McGregor along with the caption, "The notorious Conor McGregor will fight at welterweight when he returns in early 2023. Justin the Highlight Gaethje is the frontrunner to be McGregor's opponent." What do you guys think about this? Will we see McGregor face off against Gaethje in the new year? Let us know in the comment section below. In a recent video, Chael Sonnen said he believes Sean O'Malley has the capabilities needed to pick apart Petr Yan. Here's the clip.
UFC 280 is upon us. Have you guys looked on this card? Have you looked at the whole card? Sean usually starts fast. I mean, he's like a drag car. He comes out, boom, boom, boom. There is a storm, and a lot of times nobody is left standing, but he didn't do that in his last contest. And Suga Sean hasn't been put in there with the highest of ranked guys, but he has destroyed the guys that he has been put in there with. Oh, and by the way, look good doing it. I mean, you can see Sean's form. You can see the 1-2s. You can see the bot. You can see the follow-up with the kick. You can see him understanding range. Like, he is showing off massive amounts of skills. And I'm not willing to concede that Yan has a massive leg up. I'm not. Suga Sean uses range. He understands these things. There's ways he could pick Yan apart. It's a 3-round fight, which Yan hasn't done in a meaningful amount of time. If one guy could come out and grab the first 2 rounds, round 3 doesn't even matter. You don't even have to beat the opponent anymore. You just got to outrun the clock. If Suga Sean can get started fast, he will pick Yan apart at first. But he's only got 3 rounds. He's only got to win 2. 4-1 spread on this thing. That's crazy.
Paddy The Baddy has recently let fans know when he plans to return to the octagon. Here's what Paddy had to say. UFC 282, I'm planning on that, December 10th. So I'm just waiting for an opponent, lad. I'm waiting for someone to step up and sign on the dotted line. Everybody talks about the baddie, everybody talks about fighting me, but then the contract's in front of them, you know they're not as confident. Islam Makhachev recently came out and said he's unsure if Charles Oliveira will show up at UFC 280. Oliveira initially said he would be in Abu Dhabi 20 days prior to their fight so he could accustom himself to the weather conditions. However, it's 2 weeks before the fight and he still hasn't arrived. Islam recently tweeted, 2 weeks before the fight, Charles and his team are not in Abu Dhabi yet, should I start to worry? What do you guys think about Islam's comments? Is there any chance Oliveira doesn't show? Let us know in the comment section. One person who isn't waiting around is Aljamain Sterling, who tweeted, ready to fly 13 hours so I can hug Dilroyd's back for 25 minutes. It's gonna be so sick, bruv. In a recent interview, Anderson Silva had this to say about the fight between Islam Makhachev and Charles Oliveira.
Bro.
Because I love Oliveira.
Yeah, this is a big fight.
I joke sometimes here in the home. I have a two sentence I do sometimes in home. So when I doing something crazy, the kids, Dad, you crazy? No, I'm Gracie, bro. I'm Gracie. You know, that's the joke, you know, because Gracie is about power. And that sometimes I say, you know, when I doing something, Dad, you're too old for that. No, I'm not old for that. I'm Gracie. And the other thing is, come on, man. My name is Charles. Charles the Bronx, man. Come on, man. I'm Charles the Bronx. It is two joke things, but, you know, Charles Oliveira is an amazing fighter.
Yeah.
And nobody can talk about him because the kid doing something very crazy, you know, and training hard.
Yeah.
You know, and training a lot for many, many years. Now, I think UFC start to see more your valor inside the company, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Can you predict a win for him, or you taking Islam, or?
Of course,
it's a
Charles
big
the
fight.
Bronx go win, bro. Of course, Charles the Bronx go.
You think he's got it? That's a very I'm really pumped for that fight.
I'm stoked.
Huge fight.
I'm Charles the Bronx.
Yeah,
100%.
huge.
In a recent episode of his podcast, Michael Bisping spoke about the recently announced fight between Kevin Holland and Stephen Thompson. Here's the clip.
Oh, hey, I tell you what, that's an awesome fight. That is an awesome fight. Kevin Holland, Stephen Thompson, fan-friendly style matchup. Stephen Thompson. What is Holland ranked? Do we know?
I'll look it up right now.
He's like top 15. I don't think he's top 10, is he? Or maybe 10 or 9 or something like that. For Wonderboy, you know, it's a good matchup for where he is in his career. Wonderboy was one of the best, you know, and he's still one of the best, you know, but he's just struggled a little bit. Obviously getting a little bit older. Big opportunity to get a good win over Kevin Holland, who's a massive star, you know, and he has such star potential. And obviously for Kevin Holland, you get a name over a veteran like that. It just continues to further things forward. So further things forward. Oh my God, that sounds weird. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. What's he ranked?
Kevin Holland is unranked at welterweight. I think he did jump into the top 15 at middleweight when he was up there, but since moving down to welterweight, he is now currently unranked, but he is fighting number 7, Stephen Thompson. So that can change in just a couple short months here.
Yeah, no, it could. You know, speaking of Kevin Holland, it was funny because remember we spoke about his retirement and I said maybe that's just a knee-jerk reaction. He lost a fight. He's going to be a little bit down. There's often I wouldn't say depression, but there's a kind of, you're deflated. You know, you're defeated, you failed at your mission, etc., etc. And maybe you were just, you know, feeling that a bit much. He shot me a DM on Insta and said, Mike, come on the podcast. I'll explain it all to you. I'm retired. And I said, well, I would love to. He said, we can even come to you. We'll do it in person. I went, I'm in Bulgaria, bro. He said, oh, okay, maybe not. I said, but when I get back. So shout out Kevin Holland. And yeah, I'd love to go on your podcast sometime. Yeah, hey, he's back. He's back. If he gets a win, he'll continue to be back.
Merab Dvalishvilli recently explained why he wants Sean O'Malley to beat Petr Yan.
Merab Dvalishvilli, we've got some questions for you.
Yes.
So who do we want to win, Petr Yan or Sean O'Malley?
O'Malley, man. USA, man.
Yes, why? Because we want to beat up O'Malley, right?
You know, yes. I hope O'Malley wins and we want to beat him up.
Yes, you're going to smash him because he smokes too much weed. He's smoking weed while you're training.
Yeah, I'm training, he's smoking weed. How about this, you know?
There you go. Let's go, Merab.
He must keep smoking, I must keep training, and we will see who's better.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
In a recent interview, Stephen Thompson reveals he turned down a fight against Khamzat Chimaev. Here's the clip.
They did ask me when, I think after one of, Khamzat's 1 or 2 fights he had in the UFC. And I'm like, no, I don't even know who this guy is. I'm not fighting this guy. I think I turned him down earlier on whenever he was, had like 2 fights in the UFC. So they were pushing him pretty hard. So I'm not really sure what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to 185 or wants to fight Colby. That's what I'm seeing. I think I saw him tweet out 185 punch and a PAL sign, but I don't know what he's doing.
I was going to say, I mean, after missing weight in his last 2, I feel like at a certain point, like they got to make him move up, right?
Right, exactly. They should. I mean, 7.5 pounds, that's ridiculous. Like, come on, man. You know, you're out there supposed to be a professional and talking all this, but can't even make weight. Can't do the one thing you had signed that contract to do, and that's make weight. So I can see how that's disappointing because Darren Till did the same thing to me. When I fought, he was like 4.5 pounds over or whatever and had an hour to get it off and comes back even heavier. And I'm like, man, come on. So I understand where Nate's coming from and those guys are coming from. But, man, Kevin Holland stepped up, though. He stepped up to take it. So good for him.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.